Hey everyone, it's Andy from Andy's Fishing here. I'm in California, Venice Beach to be exact, near LA, and that's my hotel back there. I'm doing this round the world trip, sponsored by the Queensland government, and as part of the trip I need to go to LA to the YouTube space, which I've done. It was interesting. Shame they were renovating and I only got to do one quick course. But that leaves me time to go fishing. So I'm heading out to the pier here. Yesterday, because the course was only really short, like it was 4 hours out of a full day, I walked around a fair bit. I walked north, I walked south, I walked inland, I checked out canals, I checked out the jetty, and the place to be fishing is the Venice Beach Pier. It's they were getting a lot of little mackerel yesterday, a couple of other fish. Saw some signs that you shouldn't be eating some of these fish. But I think the mackerel are okay. I talked to a guy. I'll get into that a bit later on. Anyway, so check this out. This is the famous Mussel Beach on Venice Beach. During the day, it doesn't even look like the movies. Nothing looks like the movies. There's actually quite a few homeless people here, and they have a little subculture, and it's quite interesting to watch. They interact with the other people, the people who have jobs and stuff. And everyone seems to get by okay, so I haven't felt threatened or anything, which is really cool. Made it to the jetty. It's just after 6:30. Sun's about to come up over here. Oh, you see my breakfast. Banana for breakfast. So I go and have a cooked breakfast later on. It's going to be an interesting day. I'm going to try and catch a couple of fish for my lunch, meet some locals, and just experience the Venice Pier. Really nice morning, quite cold though. I'm going to challenge myself to catch one on a mini jig, like a little grub wormy thing. Yesterday when I saw them catching fish, that was all on bait. Everyone had bait. No one was using anything else, no jigs or anything. And if they did have a jig, they put bait on the jig. So it'll be interesting. I like to challenge myself. I'll give this an hour or so. If it doesn't work, I'll borrow some bait. Hopefully, if there's someone that is kind enough to lend me a cube of meat, and then I should be on my way after that, because if I catch a fish, then I can use it for bait. So I'm just casting that little jig out left and right, letting it go pretty much to the bottom, and then just twitching it up. So far, nothing. So here we go. I noticed a few people over here are getting fish, so I might go and move between two of them. There's a... Oh, he's on again. Excuse me! Again! No worries. He's literally just got a fish now. Hang on, let's see if I can show you. Do you mind if I just film that quickly? Just the fish? Yeah. So that's what we're after. Little mackerel. Cool, thank you for that. So I've just got a couple of bits of bait, and he's just got another one, and he said they're down the bottom. So a lot of these guys are using jigs, and if you watch the position that the fish is on, the jig, will tell you how deep in the water they are. And that's on the second bottom jig. So I'm going to go all the way to the bottom with these. There we go, we have one. There's a thank you. I'm going to give this fish to the guide over there. I give you a fish? Yeah, cool. Someone's nice to you, you're nice to them. Now I have to get some for me. That was a thank you. Now I need my lunch. This is one of the busiest fishing piers in America, actually. I read that somewhere, and it's in a really cool place. I'm starting to think I shouldn't have given that fish away. I should have eaten it. I've got a fair bit of time today, so I've got all day. Well, they nibbled on my bait off. It's just literally just a little jig hook with a strip of mackerel on it. That's all I'm using. So try again. And they were those mackerel. It's odd. They were just nipping off the bits of meat. So I think they're pretty switched on here. There we go, that could be, it's a bit small for lunch, but yeah, no, we'll keep this one for bait. They're getting smaller, I want a bigger one. So what I'm doing that no one else is doing is I'm burling a little bit. A cube every 20-30 seconds, and that seems to bring them around. See that? Little cube. And my friend over here is quite happy that I'm giving him fish. I don't really want one this big, well, you know, this big. I want one about this big, or a couple for lunch. They're same effort to fill it. May as well have a bigger fillet. Got my bait. I'm gonna put some more bait on. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. Oh, that one's gonna be lunch. Yes. Look at that. Little Atlantic mackerel. I think this is Atlantic. Anyway. No, this is Pacific. Anyway, it's going to be one for lunches, hopefully. I want to get another one. Who else has got one? So I'm seeing a couple of fish swimming around, but with these glasses it's not much good, so I'm going to put the Polaroids on and hopefully spot them eating my bait. So as I was walking out here, I noticed a couple of signs, poisonous fish. Talked to a guy yesterday actually. There's PCB and DDT in the water here. DDT is a chemical for fertilizers, it's a pesticide, and PCB isn't the drug that people take. It's apparently it was used to make transformers, and they've leaked into the ocean here, and this area is really quite toxic. So the fish you see in the chart here, or the sign, definitely don't eat those. And yeah, the mackerel, they're okay to eat, but you've got to be careful not to eat the insides and the skin. So I did a bit of research as well before I decided I was going to come out here and eat a couple. We should look after our environment better, I think.
Like that.
How big do you want the bait?
Oh, just a normal size.
Enough?
Yeah.
Yeah, you grab it. If you want more, come back. Yeah. Now I'm giving other people bait.
Good luck.
You too.
He knows exactly where to put it. Oh, yeah. There you go. There you go. Yep. Got him.
Here's my lunch. I've got enough for lunch now. I think I just heard a seal. Let's go and have a look for the seal. That's cool. I saw some dolphins earlier, but yeah, seal would be really cool. I don't get them where I live. Let's have a look. I heard that seal somewhere over here. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Hello, Mr. Seal. What are you doing?
Oh, he got one too. Oh, he's a fighter.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, he looks pretty big. Where is he? He's down there.
I just saw it like quickly.
Yeah. Whoa!
Pretty
good. Yeah, that's pretty smart. Yeah, see? Got him.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
It's okay.
You don't want them?
No. Someone else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've got enough today.
All right. What kind of fish
Thank
is
you.
that?
That's a mackerel.
Mackerel?
Mackerel?
Mackerel, yeah, something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. It's a good looking little fish.
I'm going to cook them up for lunch. Small pieces of mackerel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm making a YouTube video.
Oh, nice. Oh, we got another one.
What?
Oh, yep, got another one.
Little guy.
Yeah, there's a little guy.
Aww.
He's ambitious. He's
Yeah.
hungry.
I give the little ones to my friends over
Oh,
here.
yeah, they have a cool color though.
Yeah.
That green color on them is pretty cool looking. You guys ready? Thank you, sir.
No worries. So I've got a couple of fish for lunch. I'm going to head back to the hotel, wherever it is, over there somewhere. That was cool. I've met some interesting people. But yeah, check out the recipe, or how I'm going to cook this fish up. It's yeah, pretty interesting. Just wanted to show you something before we cook that fish up for lunch. This is where I'm staying. It's right in the middle of Venice Beach. That's the actual Venice Beach boardwalk along there. Muscle Beach is, I don't know, over there. And then you've got the jetty I fished is way off in the distance over that way. So pretty cool. Yeah, there's always something going on here. But the cool thing is it's very quiet at night. So even though I'm right in the middle of Venice Beach, sleeping great. So that's cool. Anyway, let's go downstairs and cook this fish up. Let's not use the elevator when I got here. Apparently it had just been fixed. But you can see this thing. Oh, it's from 1912. I don't know if it says on there anywhere, but check it out. It's just a really old elevator. That's pretty cool. Anyway, let's get out of here. Because this is my last day in America, I'm heading back home and then hopefully to Asia. I've only got 3 ingredients, like literally 3 ingredients. I've got salt, Gouda, applewood smoked, and mackerels. So let's see what we can do with that. I've got an idea and I think it's going to work really well. First thing I've done is fry up a bit of cheese to get the oil out of it, because I've got no oil, and it's also tasty. That's going to go well with the fish. So I've got a little bit of oil in the pan there, and that should stop the fish sticking. Now I'm going to skin and fillet the fish. I'll just put them in the fridge to make them go stiffer. That way they're easier to fillet real quick. Never tried this before, so we'll see how it goes. I'm just going to do this really quickly. The main thing here with my limited ingredients, look at the colour on there, that's cool, is to keep everything nice and dry. Very simple. Hit the backbone, go up. Try not to go in the stomach cavity, because that's where all the toxins are. There we go. Nice little fillet. Check it out. There's a bit of blood there, but we'll wash that off. I'll just take those 2 fillets and put them in some salty water. That way it takes a little bit of moisture out of the meat and also takes the blood. So you can see the water's already changed colour. Takes the blood out of off the skin. Then we'll rip the skin off. The skin actually has most of the toxins, because that's like a fatty layer. And I've already cut both sides of the pin bones there, so once I do this there won't be any pin bones left in this at all. There we have our couple of pieces of fish. Obviously that's not all of it. Yeah, now to do my little trick. But first we'll just pat them dry, make them dry. And they actually smell, oh, they smell like the ocean. A little bit like oysters. It's yeah, really nice. So here's the trick I'm going to use. I'm going to get 2 thin slices of cheese. Don't have to be real thick. Like so. And cut them in half because we've got 4 strips at the moment. I'm just going to move a bit of that oil around the pan just to get it all sticky. You can see the scratches in here, so it's not a really good non-stick. What we're going to do is we're going to lay that cheese in the frying pan side by side like so. Just let that cook and sizzle and melt the cheese out of it, like the oil. That's actually the oil coming out of the cheese there. You can see that coming out. And before that gets too carried away, we'll get the thickest pieces of fish and just drop that right on top of that cheese. There we go. Don't move it at all at this stage. Get another fat piece. This is literally the first time I've tried this, so it may work, it may not. They're going to melt together, but that's cool. I think this could be a whole new concept of cooking. I've never done this. I've never seen this done before. Just check it out. Whoa, it's looking pretty tasty already. The fish is almost cooked actually, so what we'll do is we'll try and turn it. There we go, that actually works. And just cook it on the other side for a second. Oh, look at that. That looks pretty good. I think I have to turn those together. So my melting of the cheese works pretty good. Look at that. Oh, little cheesy fish fingers. I think we can turn that off now. And the heat in the pan will just finish cooking those. Alright, we'll get these out. They're definitely done. Oh, look at that. Look how delicious they look. Mmm. I'm going to call these my Venice Beach cheesy fish fingers. Look at them. Woo. They are so delicious looking. Alright, I've got to try one. There's no point sitting down. I'm just going to eat it right here. Look at that. Look at that. Mm. The cool thing when I've got limited ingredients like, you know, salt, cheese and fish is I come up with different ideas, and this is delicious. It's got that flavour of the ocean and a little bit of salt. Oh, great. I might have to go out there again tonight. The old lady I talked to said that the little mackerel, these things, they bite even harder at night. So if you're a local, come down and catch these. Super easy, super delicious. Oh. So I'm going to jump on a plane tomorrow. I don't know if I'll film a little bit at home before I go overseas. I might do. But I'm definitely going to Asia. Hopefully Malaysia, Thailand, Singapore, Hong Kong. Not quite sure yet. But subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell icon. And yeah, keep watching for some more great adventures. Hopefully some more tasty fish too. Thanks for watching.